What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Food for Thought with Chef Brandino. Now, y'all already know. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for us to cook up some interesting ideas to be digested by whomever it resonates with. Hopefully, that's you. Nonetheless, you never have to follow these recipes to a T. But what you can do is you can use it as a guide and you decide just how much you would like to add and measure to utilize in your daily intake. Now with that, all we ask is one thing: like, comment, and subscribe to Kicking It at Mellow for more content. Now enough of the talking. Let's get straight into the prep. Alright, y'all, so before we actually get into the video, y'all know I gotta show y'all what we got on the menu today, right? You know what I'm saying? So today I got something light. Something a little light for y'all, man. It don't take too much work. Just a little effort. Now I'm gonna show y'all first and I'm gonna explain. Here we go, right here. Lord have mercy. Now I know what you're thinking. My brush still got on the foil. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about that. You're asking too many questions. The real question is, how do I get one of these in my oven? And I'm going to show you how to get that into your oven right now. So what you do is you start by going to Costco or Sam's. I don't know how you feel about it. I actually don't know if Sam's got this. But you go, you get you the gluten-free pizza. That's my option. Now, get a gluten-free pizza, gluten-free cheese pizza. Now, you get home, you chop you up some onion, you chop you up some bell peppers, you chop you up some turkey sausage, and you get you some turkey pepperoni. You precisely pinpoint the areas you want on that pizza. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, you just let the oven do all the rest of the work. 15-20 minutes later, you got a masterpiece. Shout out to Brandino. Put you on game. Now let's get into the video. Now, as you all see from the title of the video, today, we're going to discuss the pie method. What I mean by pie? So we're going to talk about how being patient and persistent and how that translates into creating more opportunities for you. We're going to also talk about intuition a little bit and trusting your intuition, even in times where things seem, a little too good to be true. And we're also going to talk about experience and not being afraid to go out on a limb and take risks, because tomorrow is not promised. In my very short time here on this planet, I believe implementing this pie method is a good jumpstart to living your best life. Indeed. Feel free to let me know down in the comments below how you feel about the pie method. What sort of tools do you utilize on your daily basis to live your best life? Do you agree with the pie method? Do you already do some of these things? Let me know. Let's talk about it. All right, now the first piece of this pie is patience and or persistence. Now listen up. It's very key. It's very important. And the reason why is because there's a lot of people out here that's losing out on opportunities because they're incapable of seeing the bigger picture. See, they're nervous of the long game. One can say they're yearning for those microwave results. They want to reap rewards sooner rather than later. Now, honestly, can I blame you if you're that type of person? Nah, not at all. I mean, let's be honest. Who wouldn't want to put in little to no effort or energy and produce these amazing dividends or results? Like, who wouldn't want that? Now, is that realistic? Probably not. Is it attainable? Potentially. But we're not focused on that today. What I want you to understand today is the reason why they say the best things in life are worth waiting for, or worth earning, or are worth simply your time and energy, is because it's not about the end result. The end result itself does not define you. The process defines you. Your journey defines you. This is how you learn to have that repeated success. You implement tactics that you learn along the way. All your mistakes, all your failures, all your lessons, they're there to make you stronger. That's why patience and persistence is so important. They are signs to the universe that you believe in yourself, your potential, and your abilities to prosper in the most challenging of situations. This is you literally willing your way into the results that you seek. You stick through it because you believe in the goals that you have set for yourself. Sustain and maintain that level of energy, and remember to celebrate the small victories along the way so you can keep yourself going through your journey. So now that we talked about patience and persistence, I want to move on to the next piece of the pie, which just so happens to be intuition. Now, you and only you are responsible for trusting your intuition throughout any endeavor. Only you know what's meant for you, what's right for you. If a situation or opportunity seems a little too good to be true, or there are an inexcusable amount of red flags, you may need to consider an alternate route. You always have a choice. You see, a lot of times we put ourselves in situations to where we feel like we only have one move to make. We only have one choice to make. There's only one thing to do. And honestly, that actually may be the case sometimes. See, if you've been avoiding certain obstacles or challenges, and God or the universe deemed you to overcome those, you're going to have to overcome them. There's absolutely no avoiding that. So I guess what I'm speaking to is those times or those situations in which we latch on to an opportunity too soon, not knowing that literally right around the corner there's a better opportunity for us, or opportunity that's better suited for our abilities at that time. It's those times where we go against our gut or against our intuition because we believe this opportunity is too good to pass up. 9 times out of 10, well, let's just say 8 times out of 10, your intuition knew that opportunity really wasn't the right one for you, but you embarked on that journey anyway. How did that end for you? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you to take this the hard way if you did do that and you were successful, because it can be very beneficial. You go through those tough times and you can see substantial benefits in the end. Big success. I've seen it happen. However, how much of you did you lose in that process? How much of you did you have to sacrifice in order to be successful in that endeavor? And it's just food for thought. Now, it's just food for thought. Just questions. It's just questions. Now, your intuition can also come into play in situations in which you could be in over your head. There's a fine line between quitting and releasing. And what I mean is, if something no longer benefits you, and it hasn't been benefiting you for quite some time, there's nothing wrong, in my opinion, in releasing that. It's not doing anything to build you towards being a better person, or in any sort of fashion. It's okay. It's okay to let that go. If your intuition is telling you that enough is enough, right? This season is over, so be it. I personally wouldn't categorize that as technically quitting, right? However, though, I want you to be a little cautious though with this. So remember that you have to live with every decision you make. So don't sit up here trying to, use your intuition as like an excuse to quit. And only you know if you're really quitting or releasing or setting yourself away from something that's sort of draining you of your energy. Only you know that. So, don't make that mistake now, because you don't want to live with regrets. All in all, Chef Brandino just says, trust your gut, be decisive, and try your best to stick to it. Because you have to live throughout your rest of your existence accepting all the decisions that you made. So you might as well try to make the best ones that go with your best judgment. Trust yourself. All right, so to our final piece of the pie. This just so happens to be experience. Now, I do have a question for you. Do you fear success? Honest question. Do you fear success? Do you fear becoming all that you can be? And I know it sounds weird, but if I had to answer this question honestly, I would say that sometimes I do. Sometimes I do fear being successful. If I'm keeping it a buck with y'all, honestly, my dreams scare me because I'm not the best public speaker. I'm not the best communicator. I'm not the best listener. I can go on and on about all those things, but it seems as though I'm continuously put in these situations to where I'm having to attack those things that I've always struggled with growing up. Like I'm telling you, it's mad uncomfortable sometimes. Definitely, it's very uncomfortable. And the thing about it is, the reason why I say that I fear success, at least sometimes, is because there are times in which like I can tell you all day, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, I'm going to be successful, I'm gonna be this type of person. But if my actions don't align with the words that I speak, I'm playing scared. I'm definitely playing scared. Actually, that means my talk is cheap. So in my opinion, the biggest way to overcome this fear, especially the fear of success, is being aware or knowing that you're here for the experience and all that comes with it. The only way to become successful is to experience every facet of it, the good and the bad. You have to experience failure. You have to experience having nothing. You have to experience having your back against the wall. You got to experience showing up for yourself. Like you have to exhibit your ability to prosper with a small dose before given the opportunity to sit at a bigger table. Every time you shy away from an opportunity to grow, from an opportunity to get outside of your comfort zone, you literally piss away a seat at the table. And it's crazy because oddly enough, you never really know who's at the table because you never got the opportunity to sit. And that's because you're afraid. You're afraid to step out on a limb, to take a risk, to embark on that new experience and elevate. You're afraid of becoming a better you. You're afraid of success. Why is that? Again, y'all, it's just food for thought. It's just questions. It's just questions that I want you to be asking yourself. But one more question would be, can we just start living today? Can we start living, truly living today? It's never too late to do that. So I don't know if you guys are actually catching the trend with these videos, but soon enough you will. There's never quite an answer or a real recipe to solving a situation. There's always a multitude of ways to go about it. You see, everyone attacks life differently. And even in situations where it's not like that, let's just say life hits you hard and now you have to switch it up. You have to alter how you go about things. The recipe that you have may still be useful. You may still be able to utilize it. However, the amount changes, meaning the ingredients stay the same, but now you have to make bigger portions, or now you make smaller portions. So you adjust the amount in which you add into the actual recipe or into the meal. And so that's what we're getting here. You want to set your foundation, find what recipe works for you, and you adjust the amount of the ingredients based off of the situation that you're in. Hopefully that makes sense. Everything is about the balance you create. The pie method is here for you to set a new standard when it comes to executing. At the end of the day, to earn anything positive, you must execute. Applying patience and perseverance, trusting your intuition, and living for the experience, they all allow you to operate and execute free will to its highest degree. Go out there and be great and stay conquered by none. And that's going to be it for today's video on the pie method. I appreciate y'all coming and kicking it with y'all. Boy, this is food for thought. with Chef Brandino, man. If y'all mess with the content, y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe to Kicking It Mellow, man. Plenty of content to come in the future. Y'all already know what it is, man. But until next time, peace.